You have to push it to stop. That's how I like it. Good and tight. Okay, now you're going to put that lock tab out if you want. You don't worry about them. Usually I twist the lock tab out of the hole anyway when I do that because I tighten the nut so much. I'll take a look at it, but it's probably moved it. Let's see. Let me just get up there and take a look at it. I'd be shocked if I didn't pull it out of the darn hole it goes in. It feels pretty mushy when you're tightening stuff. Yeah. See, that lock tab used to be over here, now it's down here. There should be like a little titty where it goes into that keeps from rotating. I don't even see a titty. I'm not going to try to fold that thing up, I know that. Yeah, I don't even see a hole. Oh, there's some holes right there. Yeah, it might still be on there. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. If that nut comes loose, that front end deserves to come off. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up my 5/8 over here. Looks like the clamp is staying against the fork where it belongs. Yeah, it's probably moving up now. Alright, pretty good torque. Yeah, looks like it stayed pretty down pretty far. It might have moved a little bit. Yeah, let's see if we can get it to move down a little bit. Let's see how I can do that. There's no way of doing that. It is what it is. Yeah, it's definitely twisted up. There's down. Let's see if I jam a screwdriver in there. That might hold it down enough to stay put. That's not going to fit in there. That one either. Down to a medium. I don't think so. Wishful thinking. Let's see, if you put something there that's that width, that would hold it. That'll work. One more. There we go. Jam the screwdriver in there so it can't move. Then tighten it. Oh, jeez. Use the left hand. Oh yeah, she's tight. Okay, she's good and tight. Good and tight. Tatro torque. See, now it's back down against the cover where it belongs, so it's rotated all the way down. If that rotates up, then this is going to bam out of the head down here. That's why I wanted to make sure it was up. Okay, that side's loose, we don't care. Alright, so this is tight, this is tight, this is loose, this is tight. So we still got to put oil in it, but we're in there. Okay, so I can go ahead and put the dampener on here now. See how that works. I want to get the caliper on the other side this time. Keep forgetting to do that. Okay. I'm going to put a little blue Loctite on this just to make sure it stays on. Don't need need our damper falling off on the track. Would not be a good thing, especially on this bike that wobbles badly. Come on, Loctite. There it is. I'll put some lube on this later. Spray some cable lube in here. I put the rounded part of the washer toward the time joint, opposite how I normally do things. That way it gives a little extra clearance in case it wants to flop around any. Tatro torque. Okay. Okay, so now we got this all on here. You see how close it gets to your motor, then it goes away again. We're clearing our oil cooler. So we're going to ride right here straight. Straight happens to be where we're closest to this. Good clearance. See, right now we're at straight ahead. The heim joint is just about flat. See, it's pretty much perpendicular to that, or parallel to it. When you go this way, it goes down. When you go this way here, it goes up a little bit, see? That means I got my angles pretty good. We're not really working the heim joint very much. Now I put those O-rings inside of here so this thing's not flopping around like they normally do, but it does move if you want to. I could have put O-rings up in here too, see how it flops around. Now if I put those O-rings in there, that would seal it up so it wouldn't rust and corrode. Because I kind of sealed up when I did that down here. So that's something I could do if I wanted to, but I'm lazy. Okay, so right now we just have light drag on that and the tight fork bearings. Now this has some clicks here, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. It's maxed out. So now it's got drag on it. Not very much in my opinion. The biggest thing is when you're straight ahead like this, going down the track like this, see how much movement you got on that shock down there? So shock travel means it's actually working. The dead spot is basically not there. Because that dead spot's where you have no front end control, and that's right where you're driving. So if you start doing this, it starts working, but if you're doing this on the road, you're wobbling. This only has just a little bit of right like that, that's all it has. That's pretty good. So that's why I moved this thing out pretty far to get some travel on it. Alright, I'm happy with that. Pretty much stays wherever you put it now. That's what you want a steering damper to do. See it? We're hitting it pretty hard. There, hit the stop finally. Yeah. That's where we like it at. Okay, I'm happy. Steering damper works good. We're leaving it full stiff. Okay, that's nice. Okay, now we gotta, this must be from Indian. So now I gotta take this side apart and tear it apart and see what's on the inside of it. This side we need to put oil in it, but for now I'm gonna leave it dry because we might be taking this back apart again, we don't know. How late's it getting to be? Oh, it's a little after 11. It's early. Yeah, wasted 2.5 hours looking for tools, so we're going to keep working. All right, let me find some tools. I'll be back.